leadership activation. What's going to take place in this webinar or in this series over the next months is something that's very, I feel, profound. It's going to make a profound shift in your system. It's bringing in keys and activations, and it's more than, communication, is more than talking. It's activating the leader on a core level. So the work I've been doing over the years has been with different leaders of the world, for example, and also that came through the work I was doing about the archetypes of the leaders. And what I was guided to do was to really bring in all the leaders with virtues from the past, which are still in the living field, the quantum field, and to activate them into our DNA. So I was shown how to change the DNA, how to activate the DNA, how to strengthen the DNA, and how to clear the DNA. Also the cellular information. So I've been working very, very deep in my own system since I came to Greece, and especially over the last weeks, to really clear my system so I could embody this work. And for me, it's really, it is. I know I usually say that, but it really is the time to step into your potential, to step into who you are, to allow your soul to step into your purpose and to get out of the way. So what I will be doing in this webinar series is bring in activations of, for example, Christ consciousness, Moses, all the different leaders, Alexander the Great, who was one of the first to activate me in Greece, and to really bring them in on a core level, on a cellular level, on a DNA level. You'll find what happens is you'll start remembering yourself. It's really about remembering and then building up your system. So your spirit is huge. It has huge amount of experience and wisdom and knowledge within you. And what keeps us from accessing that knowledge is the programming, is the trauma, is the collective. You can hear it in my lungs at the moment, it's working, is the collective and birth up to now. So what I will be doing during the webinars is to really clear what's in the way, to support you to clear what's in the way so you can step into your full activation of your light body, for example, of Christ consciousness, to really bring it into the cells so it comes into the bones and then it comes into your life. And for me, this is the core activation, the core teaching of being a leader, is to have it within your system. And also, can you handle it? For me, it was always about, can you handle the frequency? And I know I couldn't handle many of these frequencies. And I had a lot of resistance going near any of these archetypes for many years. And I had to work very deeply into my system to accept a state of being with these codes, with these frequencies. And it really is that. It's not a action, it's more a state of being. You go in a state of being as you do holding your child, newborn child. You go in a state of being with your child. So it's going into a state of being with these codes, with these activations, and really allowing them, immersing in them deeply, so you immerse cellularly and through your DNA coding. So this will really go deep into the system, open the system, activate the system. And I will keep bringing in new teachings as well and new activations as I'm working deeply within myself and also in the field where I'm going as well. So it's going to be really a beautiful, profound time to step into your leader. And it's interesting, I saw an archaeologist sneezing in the background, an archaeologist talking about, not an archaeologist, sorry, astrologer talking about it's the king, it's the moment of the king. And for me, I really feel that. I feel it's really about your king, it's your queen, and stepping into this golden frequencies and age. So I invite you to be part of this webinar and The group is there to support each other in Telegram. And as I say, every change or shift that happens on the world level and as we're going through each month, I'm going to keep bringing in new codes, new activations, and whatever insights come in about what's happening in the world. So I really want to open a space of you being a leader. And that means really stepping into your truth. And it doesn't always mean that you have to lead others. It's really about you going a state of being with yourself and being here, doing what you're meant to be doing. And that in itself is the teaching, is the way it works. Sorry, everything's going off here, or everything's agreeing with me. So this is what I will be in the webinar this evening. I'm going to work with clearing and activating Christ consciousness. I'm going to be working with clearing the DNA, clearing the cells, clearing the physical body. As I always say, it's very, very important to clear the cells and to embody your spirit within the cells. So maybe I'll see you there. This webinar series or coaching or activation, I'm not sure what to call it. I think it's everything really, will be a series which will be carrying you through in a way, or activating you into your core essence, core power through the coming months. And there's really, I feel there's really great value. I know it's worth a lot of money. If you bring it into frequency level, I should be charging a huge amount of money for this, but I want to keep it reachable for everybody. And that's why I keep the pricing down. So it's there for you. It's an easy access, and it will definitely make a profound shift in your system if you allow yourself to go into a state of being during the webinars. During the webinars, there is talking, there's some guidance, also there's some silence, and the work I do is more about a cellular activation. I want to have the information within your cells, within your being. So when you stand there in front of somebody or a group or whatever you're doing, it's in your vibrational field. So it's about not faking it. Is it in your vibrational field? Can you handle it? So looking forward to seeing you at the webinar. I invite you to be there, and I'll see you there if you're part of it. And yeah, it's the time. It's really the time. Have a beautiful weekend. Thank you.